All right, let's get right into it. Today, we are unlocking the playbook that separates the truly dominant gyms from the ones that are just, getting by. We're going to break down the core principles from the gym business expert Jim Thomas on how you can absolutely reign supreme in your market.
Think about it. In the fitness industry, you can copy almost anything, right? The equipment, the classes, even the pricing model. But Jim Thomas boils the ultimate, unbeatable competitive advantage down to just 2 words. Leadership cannot. That's the big idea for today. Leadership is the one thing your competition can never, ever replicate.
So welcome to the Jim Thomas Gym Business Explainer, which is powered by MaxMembers.ai. A huge welcome to all of you out there on the front lines. I'm talking to the gym owners, the operators, the managers, the salespeople, entrepreneurs, and of course, the personal trainers. Today, we're diving into the white paper by Jim Thomas, and our only goal here is to give you some real, actionable insights you can use right away. And hey, a quick note for those of you looking to open a new gym, maybe acquire an existing one, or you just need some working capital to grow, there are funding options available for up to $500K. The best part? It's unsecured, with no restrictions on how you use it. You can check that out over at fcmconsulting.net. So what is the fundamental problem we see over and over again? Well, it's what Jim Thomas calls the gym owner's dilemma. So many operators are just stuck in this constant state of reaction. They're putting out fires all day, every day, which makes it absolutely impossible to get any real, sustainable growth. You end up surviving, not dominating.
To break out of that cycle, it all starts with a huge shift in your mindset. So this first section is all about learning to lead like an empire builder. It's about that high-level strategy, that vision, that really forms the bedrock of a truly dominant fitness business.
Okay, look at this slide. This perfectly frames the daily battle, doesn't it? The firefighter on the right reacts to every little thing. They believe it's all urgent. But the CEO on the left, they identify just three high-impact tasks that will actually move the needle. They delegate the rest, and they fiercely protect their time to think strategically. Let me tell you, if everything feels urgent, you don't have a time problem, you have a clarity problem. This quote just brilliantly illustrates the need for structure. A business plan isn't some dusty document you create once for a bank and then forget about. No way. It's your rudder. It guides every single decision, from your marketing spend to your staffing, and it stops you from making those emotional, reactive choices that can lead your business way off course. You see, empire builders don't run their business based on how they feel that day. They run it on metrics. The numbers, they tell the real story. Your attrition rate isn't just a number. It is a direct measure of member dissatisfaction. Your lead-to-close ratio, that reveals exactly how effective your sales process is, or isn't. Data takes the emotion out of it and just tells you the cold, hard truth, usually long before that truth becomes a full-blown crisis.
And this right here, this is the crucial point. It is so easy to get caught up in the day-to-day stuff. Fixing a machine, covering the front desk, teaching a class. It feels really productive. But the true growth, the kind that actually builds empires, it comes from stepping back and working on the business, working on the systems, the strategy, and the people.
Look, having a great strategy is one thing, but it's completely worthless without execution. So this next part is all about the engine of your growth, the disciplined daily actions that turn your vision into reality. And that happens through your people and your systems. This is one of the most powerful lines in the entire playbook. Your staff is your biggest asset, period. The gold standard gyms, they hire A players. They train them relentlessly, and they hold them accountable. Tolerating mediocrity just to avoid a difficult conversation, that's the fastest way to absolutely destroy your culture. You have to coach, correct, or make a change, and you have to do it decisively. Now, this is a hard truth for a lot of owners. You can't just hope the phone rings. Sales is the literal oxygen of your business, and it has to be managed with extreme discipline. What does that mean? It means tracking leads daily, role-playing objections weekly, and holding your team to crystal clear KPIs. If your sales are down, Jim Thomas says it's almost never the market, it's the management. Great service can't just be a slogan you put on the wall. It has to be a system, a trained, intentional process. Just think about it for a second. Does your team have a rule for how quickly they greet someone walking in? Do they have a script for a post-enrollment follow-up call? Is there a structured way they ask for referrals? Happy members bring their friends. Silent, ignored members, well, they just disappear.
In today's market, speed is a weapon. It signals competence. It signals professionalism.
How fast do you follow up with a new lead? An hour? A day? The gold standard is minutes. How quickly do you resolve a staff issue or a member complaint? Delay equals decay. Speed in everything you do builds momentum, and it absolutely wins the market.
Okay, we've covered the mindset, we've covered the execution. Now the focus shifts directly onto you. This is a reality check. It's a moment for a brutally honest self-assessment of your own operation against this gold standard. So be honest with yourself as we go through these next few questions.
First question, and be honest, not your weekly or monthly numbers, your daily sales numbers. Do you know them right now without having to go look them up?
Next up, do you train your staff every single week? Not quarterly, not just when you feel like it. Is it a non-negotiable part of your weekly schedule?
Okay, what about your own time? Do you actually schedule and protect uninterrupted time to work on your business, just like you would a critical appointment? Now, think about member retention. Do you know your churn rate? And are you aggressively working with a clear, defined strategy to lower it every single month? And finally, when an issue comes up, a difficult employee, a member complaint, a broken process, do you attack it immediately, or do you kind of let it linger, hoping it'll go away? This right here is the bottom line. According to jthomas, if you hesitated or if you answered no to more than 2 of those questions, you have just identified your growth ceiling. That gap between what you're doing right now and the gold standard, that is exactly what's holding your business back. So, this brings us to the final, provocative thought that this entire explainer has been building towards. After everything we've just covered, the real question you have to ask yourself is this: are you content just managing a gym, or are you ready to start building an empire? The choice is yours. Champions are built on discipline, not on luck. If you're ready to operate by the gold standard and you need some help building these systems, you can contact jthomas directly. The number is 214-629-7223. Or you can email him at jthomas@fmconsulting.net. And also, be sure to check out our sponsor, Gym Business Manager, for the best gym software out there. You can find them at gymbusinessmanager.com. Thanks so much for tuning in.